Hello, magandang gabi. Magandang gabi na ba? Mukhang hindi pa eh. It's only 5:40, so magandang hapon pa rin. And I would not want to let this particular day, September 5, Sunday, to pass without me sharing something that might interest you. And this something has something to do with a love story. I know, lahat naman tayo interesado pagdating sa ganitong topic, love story. This is a story. This is about the story of the person known in our history books or referred to in our history books as the youngest general in Philippine history. Although, as a result of my readings, I came across an article which states that he was not the youngest general in history, but there was another one, which I'm going to talk about later. But for the meantime, for the sake of this vlog, I am referring, of course, to Gregorio del Pilar, the hero of Tirad Pass, and the loves that he had. However, this will be more confined to the story, to the love story between him and a girl of 17 from Dagupan, Pangasinan. This girl belonged to a wealthy family, and they could have, or she could have married General del Pilar, Goyo or Goyo, had she not become afraid because of the reputation of Goyong as a womanizer. And so, the love between the two of them did not come to a happy ending because of fear of the woman that she might encounter domestic problems, no? Once she got married to Gregorio del Pilar. Well, we don't know what could have happened, no? Had they been married, maaring hindi napatay si Del Pilar sa Tirad Pass. Mga ifs, no? Let's leave the ifs and the what's behind, and let us concentrate on the story of Del Pilar's love for this woman. The woman was ito pala, when Gregorio del Pilar died in Tirad Pass, alam naman natin pinagpiestahan ng mga Amerikano yung bangkay niya. Everything that they could take out of the body of the dead general, they really got them, because for them, makakuha ka ng souvenir kay Del Pilar, that would be something very important, because talagang well-known nga si Del Pilar even to the Americans, American soldiers, as talagang great. And so, everybody would like to get something out of the fallen young general, out of the body of the fallen young general. And so, ito yung nakita, dalawa sa mga nakita sa katawan ni General Del Pilar yung locket and a Handkerchief. Meron pang iba, pero dito tayo magko-concentrate sa locket at saka sa handkerchief. The locket contained a lock of curly hair of a woman, and the handkerchief had a name on it. The name was Dolores. And so for years, they thought that Dolores was the girlfriend or the sweetheart of Del Pilar. But it was proven to be not true later on, because the real girlfriend of Del Pilar revealed the truth. Now, let us go to that. The name of the girl in the handkerchief was Dolores. But the real girlfriend of Del Pilar was Remedios. Remedios and Dolores, they were sisters. Remedios was the elder sister of Dolores, o younger si Dolores. How did Del Pilar, lagi ako naririsa, how did Del Pilar get the handkerchief from Dolores? He insisted daw, sabi ni Remedios sa interview sa kanya. She was interviewed by Carlos Quirino in years after the death of Doctor na naman, Rizal na naman ang nasa isip ko, after the death of Gregorio del Pilar. And in that interview, she revealed that it was she na girlfriend of Del Pilar before he died. And Dolores was the younger sister, and according to her, Del Pilar got the handkerchief because he insisted to have it as a souvenir from Dolores, as well as the lack of curly hair of Dolores, which he himself cut from the tresses of Remedios, as serving as souvenirs of that particular moment he was with the two. Okay, so claro, the girlfriend was Remedios, not Dolores. And then, according to the story of Remedios to Carlos Quirino, si Gregorio daw was a very romantic person. And according to her, she narrated one particular event which showed how romantic Gregorio del Pilar was. It was daw one evening, and they were together, and Gregorio daw pointed to a big star. There up in the sky, and Gregorio told her, "When I am no longer here, when I have been to another town, you please don't fail to look at that big star, because I will be doing the same, Gregorio, wherever I am. And that big star will be for the two of us, hours and hours alone." How romantic! The romanticism niya talaga sa bituin, no? Ganun na ginawa niya. So ni-narrate yan ni Remedios kay Carlos Quirino. And that manifested, or that was a proof of how romantic the young general was. He was mga 24 years old daw noong panahon na yon. And then also Remedios revealed also that every time daw Gregorio or Goyong would visit her in her residence in the Gupan, they would be seated in the parang in a very long table, and then the Remedios would be seated at the far end, and then at the other end it would be Gregorio. And the stepmother daw ni Remedios, according to Remedios, would be with them, guarding them, binabantayan sila. And every now and then, the stepmother would be looking under the table. And Gregorio got so curious. Siguro sabi niya, why is this woman always peeping under the table? And so, he asked kung bakit laging nagsisilip sa ilalim ng lamesa. And he got a straightforward answer naman from the stepmother of Remedios, telling him, because I would like to be sure that you two were not doing footsie. Footsie, siguro yung hindi kayo nag-aabutan ng paa ninyo diyan, kasi pwede mag-abutan ng paa sa ilalim yan. Some movies would show that dahil sa higpit ng mga nagbabantay na matatanda noong unang panahon. They would be doing yung mga paa nila, yung siyang nagpapang-abot doon sa ilalim ng lamesa. Doon nagtatouch na ano ba yan? Hindi hawakan ng kamay, kundi hawakan ng paa ang nangyayari. So yun ang iniisip nung stepmother. Stepmother ni Remedios. Natatawa ko kasi I am reminded of my own story when I was younger, in the late 60s. I would be going on to my hometown sa Lemery, Batangas, in our barrio, in Mataas na Bayan. And every time, there was this particular mucho guwapo na lalaki na chinito na nagliligaw sa akin, and every time I would be in our town, in our house in Batangas, he would be coming. Naku, dressed like a cowboy talaga. Ang ganda-ganda ng tigdig. And, but we would be seated in the sala, but with us was my tia Nina. And my tia Nina would always, would always be there guarding us. So wala kaming mapapag-usapan. May nakikinig, may tao, katangka. So wala. So that was how we were then. Ay, how much more during the time of Remedios and Gregorio, di lalo na siguro. Okay, so back to the story of Remedios and Gregorio. And then Gregorio daw also gifted Remedios a ring with a solitary diamond, no? And, she was not able now to enjoy the ring because the father told her to return the ring because parang women should not accept anything from a man na hindi mo pa from men kung hindi mo naman sila hindi naman sila asawa or hindi naman whatever, no? So and the family was very conservative. The family of Remedios was a very conservative family. So ayaw ng tatay na tanggapin niya yung singsing na yon sa sinole. So that was part of how they were as sweethearts during the time. And another recollection from Remedios was when Gregorio died. When Gregorio died, the General Arthur MacArthur sent an emissary to to Remedios, telling her that she should come to Malacanang to get the letters that they got from the dead body of Gregorio del Pilar. But the father of Remedios again stated that his daughter would not go to Malacanang just because of that. So, hindi nakuha yun ni Remedios. However, MacArthur sent again his aide to the place of Remedios and bringing with him the letters of Gregorio. And at that time, Remedios was already engaged to Fernando Arce. And she decided to give those letters to Fernando Arce because she believed that that particular episode of her life with Gregorio was already a, something that has passed, no, nakaraan na. And it would not in any way be important anymore sa present life niya and sa future life niya. But sayang. Kasi if I were the one, I would keep the letters. Kasi those would be something very, very priceless. Kung what happened to the letters, hindi ko naman na, hindi ko alam, no? At hindi ko nasundan ang istorya. But definitely priceless. But, women definitely at that time, kasi mataas talaga yung kanilang mga, pag-value nila sa kanilang honor. And iniisip niya na if I'm going to get married, why should I keep remembrances of the past, no? But for me, even memories should be kept. Memories should be kept in our hearts, because especially if the memories are beautiful memories. Hindi dapat kalimutan ang magaganda na bagay na nangyari sa ating buhay, because they would really give us some kind of happiness when we are alone, and when we try to reminisce the past and remember those beautiful things that happened to us. It would make us smile. It would lighten. Kung may burden tayo, it will lighten, because at one time in our lives, there were beautiful memories we could look back to. And I believe the memories of the love between Remedios and Gregorio was something that was beautiful. And I believe also that Remedios, kahit hindi niya, itinatago niya lang, but I believe she treasured that also in her heart. And ano pa ba yung romantic ni Gregorio na senior ni Remedios kay Carlos Quirino? Okay, the bituin, then the sing-sing, and then the hair, the lock of curly hair na pinutol mismo ni Gregorio sa buhok ni Remedios. Na maganda si Remedios eh. I saw yung picture niya when she was young. She was beautiful. Talagang maganda siya. Nung na-interview siya ni Carlos Quirino, she was already a widow. Byuda na siya kay Fernando Arce, naging asawa niya. And why was he why did she get afraid to marry Gregorio? Yun nga, because kung sa mga sailor in every port, may maiiwanan na love na babae, a woman in every port. Dito kay Gregorio ay a woman in every place where he went to. Parang ganon. So yun ang tinakot ni Remedios. The kind of life that she might have with him, kung hindi mababago yung gano'n na pagiging womanizer. Ito aking analysis to ha. Womanizer ni Gregorio. Siguro yan ang dahilan. Kasi before Remedios, may naunang pag-ibig eh. When he was 20 years old. And would you believe na itong may mga draft of letters, yung mga hindi na ituloy, pero parang rough draft na nakuha rin sa kanya. Ito ay mga sulat niya sa isang babae, named Pauling, na walang apelyido. But si Pauling ay sinasabi na, sabi niya baka siguro isa rin sa great love ni Gregorio, but from the letter siguro na decipher noon na Gregorio was not able to continue with the relationship with Pauling because yung mga magulang ay ayaw, no? Pinutol ng mga magulang ni Pauling yung pakikipagrelasyon niya kay Gregorio, para ring si Rizal at saka si Leonor Rivera na pinaghiwalay ng nanay. So another love of the first the one of the loves of isa of Gregorio na hindi yung tuloy, just like nauna nga lang ito, parang pinakahuli na si Remedios. Another love of Gregorio was the first love, no, of Gregorio was actually to a girl from Bulacan and named Neneng Rodrigo. Neneng Rodrigo was the daughter of the first civil governor of Bulacan. Sabi, ito daw ang first love ni Gregorio del Pilar. And would you believe that one of the sisters of Aguinaldo named Felicidad also fell in love with Gregorio. And when the news of Gregorio's death reached Felicidad, he really went to the place where Gregorio died. And on the very spot where the general fell, she knelt down there and cried and cried and cried. Iyak daw ng iyak si Felicidad, grieving so much for the death of a loved one, of Gregorio, the love, perhaps one of the loves of her life. Kaya natin alam kung ilan naging love ni Felicidad. So ito, but I believe that Remedios was the last of the women in the life of Gregorio because he got killed, no? At Tiradpas na ang ano niya talaga ay ang huling babae na nandyan sa puso niya ay si Remedios. Maraming istorya ang mga bayani. And at the back of every hero's life, no, life story, is also a woman, perhaps. Parang ang si Mabini lang ang wala akong nakita na love. But I came across one letter na may sulat exchanges of letter ng ni Mabini at saka ng isang Amerikana, but I will be dealing with it later, no, in one of the vlogs that I would be having in the future. Abangan ninyo yan. Pero hindi talaga, wala talaga kay Mabini talaga, very quiet ang love life ni Mabini. But si Gregorio, isa sa may maraming istorya ng pag-ibig together with Dr. Jose Rizal, no? And our heroes, they are human beings like us, and as such they have their pluses, they have their minuses, they have their positive side and they have their negative side, the positive trait and the negative traits. You look at Antonio Luna, a great general, but he had his bad temper, and that brought him to his death because of his bad temper. But his love for his country is unquestionable. So with Gregorio del Pilar, and our heroes, definitely, they were ready to sacrifice their lives. They were ready to sacrifice everything. Honor, life, wealth, happiness, to be with the person or with the person you love and you would like to be with every day, but you have to give that person up, just like what happened to Gregorio del Pilar, because there is a greater love. At that time, there was a greater love in their hearts, and that love was love for the inang Pilipinas. The name of the woman, the name of that great love was Filipinas. And so, our heroes decided to give up everything because of the love of the motherland. Because of the motherland, their love for the motherland, they gave up everything in their lives. Family, sweethearts, wealth, the future. They were, they left them behind. They sacrificed everything. And so, that's the story of Goyo and Remedios, the locket and the handkerchief. A love story. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes with me, and I hope you will not get tired viewing the vlogs of this old woman who only wants to still be be useful and to be able to share some important tid- tidbits about some people, great people, and about our country. Thank you so much. Keep safe and let us pray always that God will protect us, cover us with His protection, and we will be able to survive this pandemic. Bye bye. So this is now evening, so good night. See you again next vlog. Okay, thank you.